to our president. We will not say that we're going to stand up against you no matter what, and our number one priority is for you not to have a second term. Our position will be, we're going to do, if you got something that we can work with, we're going to work with it. We're going to work with it. I want y'all to misquote me. Let me sit on that one. We will work with it. But on the other hand, ladies and gentlemen, remember what I told you a moment ago. Trump has created a new normal. And that normal is like a fire going throughout our land. And if he wants to go to stop and frisk, if he wants to continue in his party to suppress our voting rights, if he wants to do harm to the immigrants coming in this land who simply want a decent life, if he wants to continue to do the things that he has talked about doing negatively, then he will meet maximum opposition. Maximum. Because those constitutional rights are non-negotiable. And we all must have that attitude. We must have that attitude because, like you said, you know, I listen to Trump. And one of the things he says is that he's not going to be politically correct. But you know what? People take, when he says that, they take it for authenticity. And so when he says, yes, I like, you know, you go up to a woman when he said all these nasty things. You know what, white people, but I just like him because he's authentic. He says what he feels. I'm sure my husband says things like that. Let me tell you something, ladies. Can I tell you something? I gotta tell you this.
Don't talk like that.
Because I'm gonna tell you a little secret. I'll tell you a little secret. And men, if you disagree with me, raise your hand. I have never heard a man say what Trump said. I have never heard that. And I've been in a lot of locker rooms. That's not what I'm just take that as the first part.
Gotcha.
Most men that I know
Yes, that's right.
would never say to another man, I can go up to your wife. Most men do just the opposite. Most of them want, they are the last, am I right, man? The last thing they want another man to think is that he's interested in his lady. Am I right, man? What I'm trying to say is there's something wrong with Trump. That's all I'm trying to say. There's something in this for us. When the fire came, I asked the question, have you been appreciating what you have? Have you gotten so comfortable, you know, going to the parties and having a good time that you've forgotten what you have? Have you gotten so philosophical that you forgot what it feels like to drink out of a mayonnaise jar? Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten about Ray and a little bubble? The ones that'll show up on Thanksgiving Day, you know, the ones fresh out of jail. And you've forgotten them. But have you forgotten how blessed you are to have what you have? But have you also failed to understand that you may have it today, but you can lose it today? Ladies and gentlemen, we need to really learn some lessons from this. Another lesson, and this was sort of outside the fire. Everybody who you think is your friend ain't your friend. So, Anthony and I, we are going to fight the good fight in Washington. We're going to fight the good fight. But, according to Trump, the action is going to be on the state level. And the infrastructure money is going to come down to the state. Y'all got to make sure the money is spent right. Our people need jobs. Kathy's heard me say this over and over again. Baltimore has its problems. Prince George's may have its problems. But ladies and gentlemen, you cannot solve these problems unless people have good paying jobs. I don't care how you look at it. So the money's gonna come down. Everything, you know, whenever they talk about various rights, like the LGBTQ rights, you know what Trump says? Leave it to the states. And then he goes, one on, leave it to the states, leave it to the states. So y'all gonna get the money, and if it's up to Trump, you're gonna get a lot of the policy stuff. And so y'all got a job to do. Y'all got a job to do, and you cannot be politically correct. If you want to take one good lesson from Trump, take that one. Don't be politically correct. And the reason why I'm saying that is because sometimes people don't understand when you try to be nice. You try to be all diplomatic. And people don't understand that. And if you really want to know how to do it, come to my block, where the brothers are, and they will tell you how to be, as one of them said, unpolitically correct. We have to be bold. We have to be strong. We got to call it what it is. That's why when Hogan, the governor, took the red line money away, I'm sorry, I was pissed. And I said one thing to him, Kathy. I said, Mr. Governor, we pay taxes too. So, you all have a job. You got a big job. But ladies and gentlemen, as I close, let me say this. Don't you put your head down. Remember what I said from the very beginning? God is a master strategist. Yes, he is. I've never in my life doubted God. And I know that church is tomorrow. But from everything I have seen, sometimes you got to go through this stuff. You got to learn from it. It's just like the fire. Let me finish telling you about the fire. As it turned out, the fire was one of the best things that ever happened to us. We were out of our house, we were homeless. Well, that's a bad feeling. For a year and 2 or 3 months. But we got a new house. We feeling better. Now I got a fireplace. My wife knows that I've been wanting a screening porch since I was 5. Praise the Lord. 61 years later, got me a screened-in porch. Don't tell me there's not a master plan. But let me tell you something else. As you go out, legislative Black Caucus, and do your job, I want you to realize something that's so important. It's bigger than you. This is so much bigger than you. This is about generations yet unborn. This is so much bigger. The decisions that you make and we make are going to affect